morning, Lindsay. How are you? How are you? How are you? There's a button up here. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see a little crown by your name. It says number two. Number two top fan for the second comment left. Thank you so much. I've just started a little bit early just so I could kind of set the tone, get the body moving a little bit. How have you been? I don't think I've seen you the last few days. I'm a pant size down. That is awesome. Congratulations. I'm sure you feel amazing, not just inside, but outside as well. Yes, I'm sure you feel amazing. Give me just a moment. Yes, crowned. You have a crown now. But how's your energy level? Yeah, I'm sure. That is fantastic. I love to hear that. And I like the notion that it's not just losing poundage in a lot of cases, it's the inches that you're losing. Yes, that is beautiful. And it shows in a small amount of time with some levels of consistency what is possible to achieve. And it sets the table for doing more in a long-term sense and having sense or a feel for what goals can be and how they can be achieved. I really like that. Really like that. Nathaniel J Burns says hello. Yes.
The sound is a
The
little fun.
sound is a little fun.
I got the
I
echo.
got the echo. We're echoing.
Might
Might
yeah,
yeah,
might be it.
might be it.
The muted
The muted
version today.
today. Jennifer, good morning, good morning. Lindsay says I can manhandle my dogs, makes me feel like a pro wrestler. They're liking the play rough we've been doing with them, like picking them up and poofing them into that. Yes, that's awesome. Yesterday you ran track. Nice. What'd you run? What did you run? Are you out there doing sprints or are you running laps? What do you got? And you got four people. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. You are your own spokesperson. You are your own greatest spokesperson. And the proof is as to why they should be out there is definitely in your work itself. Love that. That is amazing. That is amazing. All right. Are you jumping in today, or what do you got? Or you just? I know your schedule can be sometimes a little off from ours, so that'd be awesome if you can join. But if not, just your presence is all the love we need. Appreciate that. Four from the Pogo group. Nice. So you're reaching people who probably may not, I don't want to assume, have been part of a fitness community to in with. So you're bringing, like, that's the greatest reach, is outside of the circle, outside of the demographic. Good on you. We did 10 of 12 kilometers with on and off sprints, walking, cool down. Yeah, it sounds like an intermittent sort of fasting, or not fasting, but running. Yes.
Try the
Try the
feeding now.
feeding now.
Say that again. Lindsay, I have no doubt you'll be able to keep that going. I have no doubt. And even if you do a theme, some sort of Pokemon walk theme, where they got to run, find like a little ball or Pokemon stuff, whatever, and then you open it, instead of like having your animal inside, you got to do that exercise. I don't know, something that's gonna pique both their interests of fitness, but it's large in part what you have um, come together for prior to that. All right, it's Mogi today. It is Mogi. Feels good, but there's a light. It's a light blanket of humidity. There you go. There you go. Nice. You're way ahead of me. Mr. Burns has a dead man photo on Instagram. Nice. Nice, nice. Nice job, Jen. Nice job. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. John says bracing for impact. Nice. Jen says, thank you, ma'am. Hope you're having a great morning. Lindsay, I grew enough blackberries this year to share with your neighbors. Nice. Since I'm not making jam this year, it was really cool to see folks' reactions. Nice. Taste of real fruit. Absolutely. John is on number 50. Nice. Nice. Good morning, John. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Sir Burns, so good to see you for real. You are my inspiration. Keep making my day, and the day, of course, Spider, looks lonely without you. Shout out to Spencer. Thank you so much. Let's go, Jen. Let's go. Nice work. LFG, theme of the day. Juicy for sure. Trying to loosen up. trying to loosen up. It's a beautifully like muggy day, so kind of already getting that bit of sweat going. There we goes. We're flowing when the hop squats come out. Nice job. Nice job, Jen. Nice job. Thank you, Mr. Burns. Lindsay says, very nice, me lady. Oh man, didn't tell my husband about the handstand. Forgot last night, then he said he was going to attempt handstand push-ups. Nice. Handstand push-ups. Tough. Tough. One of the Mount Rushmores of body weight exercises that are tough, I would say. He did one handstand to show I'm good form. It blew his mind. He got one push-up handstand done. You guys are just out here doing it. Six, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Said he was only disappointed he did one. That's a tough one. Handstand push-ups, nice. Yeah, I would say handstand push-up, pistol squat, pull up for most people, and there's probably another one out there without being too like circus freak about it. Like one arm pull ups certainly are going to be tough, but I mean just with full access to your own body, I would say those are some of the tougher ones. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And Mr. Burns is right. Handstand push-ups are no joke, but I hold those in high esteem. On it's not just strength, it's balance too. And then it's all of your weight that's being, in a line up and down. So even one rep is an amazing feat. Yesterday we got 100 push-ups and 100 squats, and with impact, 10,000 steps, and another 100 push-ups, 100 jumping jacks. Big day. That is a big day. Hey, Sharuk is in the chat. What's going on, Sharuk? Today, Mr. Burns is also going to take the walk and a hot class, hot yoga. I've done that with him before. It's an intense class. It's amazing, though. It's amazing. Mr. Burns shared some progress pics with me. I'm sure he shared them on his Instagram. Hopefully his YouTube as well. Man is looking amazing. And I'll have to start digging out some archived workouts from the early days and really kind of mixing that in with some of the other older footage I've been kind of putting out, older pictures, all that stuff. And yoga in the park. Yes. All of those things. Get them done. You guys are doing amazing with all that. Love to see it. Ah, the vintage impact. Yeah. Sharuk, no worries, man. Rest is one of the cornerstones. Hydration, nutrition, exercise, rest. You gotta get those in. Gotta get those in. Lindsay says, agree on V. 5? Yeah, don't sweat it. Do not sweat it. Vintage Impact. I like that. I like that. Vintage Impact VI. We got AI and now we got some VI. Just trying to find a place to set this phone up. Wanted to wanted to do a few hold downs while I'm here. I don't have a bench or a machine to kind of fasten myself into, so I just kind of sit with it. My bad, Mr. Burns. I think I stepped on your set. Sharuk. So are you working out today, Sharuk? Or are you just taking a rest day? What's your day looking like? Nice job. Got the 100. Oh, yeah. So my bestie that tripped, I missed the pogo. We went to dinner with her and some friends. I addressed the issue I felt I was having, lacking support for my personal wellness and lifestyle changes. Hey, speak it. It went well. I got complete understanding. Very happy that settled. Yeah, that way you get that kind of tension out of the way. Your friends will understand. Your friends will understand. Do you have a tripod stand? I have a stand, but it's kind of cumbersome and big and everything else. I'm gonna go and join the chat. All right. All right. I'm just gonna finish. I'm gonna get a few more sets. John says at 100. Nice. Onto the incline. Yes. Mr. Burns. Yes. Always an honor and a pleasure. Absolutely. Hit that like on the way in. Join the chat and help the channel grow. Shruk, what's the weight of that? 100 pounds. 100 pounds. That's, I have more, but 100 pounds. Lindsay says, unfortunately, I gotta head out, fellas. I'll see what today has for me, and if I can jump back in, absolutely, that would be awesome. Want more caveman working out in your feed? Subscribe. Absolutely. Absolutely. maybe we can add a couple 7.5, so it'll take me up to 115. I got this in one other set. Upped my weight and went down a little bit on the reps. So went up 15 pounds, dropped from 10 to 8 on my reps. Sharuk says, John, where are you from? So I'm going to go up 15 more and finish at 130. And it'll probably be 6 reps. So it's good to have a variety of different weights. What's up, Pork Chop? What is going on, sir? Pork Chop, guys, if you have not seen or subscribed to his channel, amazing stuff going on over there. Amazing work. So again, went up in weight, dropped a little bit down on the sets, on the reps. Just wanted to get a little something in. I haven't really done a proper back day quite some time, so got to get those in as well. Pork Chop, do you have anything going live today or any new content out? Yeah, definitely check his channel out. John is right. I believe Pork Chop is in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. He'd shared in the chat once. So I saw one of the captions where he said it was hot out. I can't imagine it's like Georgia heat compared to. Have a great day, Jen. Thank you so much as always. Yeah, I can't imagine Georgia heat compared to Arizona, Southwest, California, New Mexico. Desert climate versus southern climate, man, those are two different heats. Two different heats. I am bred for dry, very dry heat. But respect the humidity, man, because that's a different level. different level, and that man's out there in a vest in the sun, weight vest. Yeah, he's cutting grass. Like yeah, you will see. There are no excuses where he can get get these reps in. And at night too. Yeah. Yep. Super toasty. Yeah, it there's a drop of humidity in the air here, and it feels like a wet blanket. So I like the thought of like breaking like that really clean full body sweat, but man, that is a lot. The man's doing his thing, but again, it's where you overcome. Like, what are you gonna do? Just not do it because it's hot outside? Like, you gotta do it. John says visited my aunt in Florida running at night in your weight sessions because it was so hot and humid. Yep. Yeah. Sharuk says, sorry, sir. I think I missed some of the information from starting because I came late. You got nothing to apologize for, Sharuk. Yeah, that's why I'm complaining about the heat. Yeah, man. Yeah, my brother's in Florida. I went to visit him a couple summers ago, and I don't recall it being too bad, but I also remember being in the house a lot. But when I went to Tennessee to visit family one time in July, I was miserable. I was about to catch a flight, an early flight back. That was that was different. That was different heat. And to the flip, when I've had people from the south come out here and visit, they're just like baffled, like how can something be so dry and hot? So we all got our crosses to bear. John's working out at 1 a.m. Sharuk, what questions did you have? What did you think that you missed? I mean, we got the 100 push-ups, we got the 100 squats. You saw me do a little lat pull down stuff. But is there anything else you thought you missed? You can always ask. Be right back. Got to prime a pump out there. Water stopped. That's yeah. So on top of doing the workout, John's also doing his farm working too, which is not just planting and watering, but he's fixing everything as well. Great activity in the chat when you can see people kind of doing their thing in real time, because it's not always easy. So this is a very pedestrian, just backing by, just a little something. Not going to be anything crazy. My knowledge. I mean, we're here. The message that I push most of the time, and that you'll see on this channel, Mr. Burns' channel, Pork Chop Black, Gravity Core Fitness, is that sometimes it's not about being motivated to do something. A lot of times it's the consistency and discipline that's going to get you there. Same way you don't always want to go to work, go to school, whatever it is that you got to be there for. More often than not, it's consistency and discipline. So the knowledge that I would have in this capacity is get up and do it. Don't put it off. Do it. you'll feel better for it. And once you make a thought turn into an action, repeat that action enough times, it turns into a habit. That habit will become your character. The character is your lifestyle. So there's a chain of events, and it's not just in fitness. Once you realize like you can do those sort of things, or maybe you need to pull it from someplace else in life and apply it to your fitness. But once you realize like, hey, I get up and I do this, I go to work every day, or I get up and I go to school every day, then I can get up and work out every day. And if you get up and work out every day and you're not really working or studying, then I get up and work out every day. I should be able to get up and study as well. So apply that same principle to the other areas of your life. So it's transferable. Is my screen small? It's probably because I'm sharing still with Mr. Burns. When he logs off, I still see his picture in the frame, so it might think that he's still on. That might be why. Did it just get smaller? Or has it been small? Not small for you? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. But we're still here. That's the important part. We still have this wonderful connection called the internet. And keep working that. I'm not sure how I activated it, but if you guys can see like those little crowns by some of the comments, that is top fans. I'm not sure how you achieve a top fan status, um, but they're there, and I think it's based off of comments. But I don't know if that's comments overall or comments in each individual chat. I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing, but we're having fun while we do it. So yeah, we'll just keep it going. Mr. Burns, are you just setting up? Are you in podcast mode, or are you doing something else as well? Live chat engagement. Nice. Six, seven, eight. Need to get back to some curls. Curls and calves, I think I've been kind of negligent on, and that's the curls I can do. I mean, calves, it's kind of different because, when you're on your feet walking around, but can still do a little isolation to stretch and, just kind of get them jumping a little bit. But the the going to the gym, since I hadn't been there probably going on a couple weeks. I like using the calf raise machine, and since we hadn't really been running hills or doing any sprint days, that made it tough as well. So while I have days off coming up, that may be a thing coming to a live near you. We may have to see if we can gather some people to do a live. Might be a good thing. Get a group live. Sounds really good. What do you guys think? Group live? In light of technical difficulties in yesterday's efforts, I'm cleaning up and keeping some in the tank. Train smart, not brave. Totally down for a group live, yes. Yeah, yeah. Something simple. Something simple. And I think that's kind of, I don't know, I like that the fundamentals of some of the impact workouts are simple. It's something most people can do. Um, Other people, I think a lot of times we get inundated with all of this stuff on social media and um, these flashy moves and things like that. Um, I'm just, I'm a cornerstone guy. Like push-ups work. I don't know if I have to do the, push-ups and stuff. And it's no slight. It's no slight. It's just putting spice into your cooking for the most part. There's times that I could do a little bit more, but I'm not going crazy on it, and that's what I hope that everybody can see is like if I can do the simple stuff, anybody can do the simple stuff. So let's do the simple stuff. And as people grow and want to experiment more, there is that out there. But I'm not trying to blow people away with any stuff like that. Sharuk says once again, thank you for chatted me in Instagram. Of course. Sharuk is now following on Instagram as well. So, yeah, he sent me a message, attempted to voice call. I didn't get a chance to do that, and I sent him a message back. So there's connections. It's kind of tough once you get off to be able to do other stuff. I'm just trying to get ready for work after that. So my apologies if I'm not able to get back at times. Stark had the same. We had the same thing where it's like once it starts getting busy, it's hard to get to that other point. Nathaniel says yes, foundational movements work. That's why they're the foundation. Absolutely. And you had an Aaron eyelash. Yikes. And you're still going to hit the 10,000 steps and a class today, though. I think the class is probably going to be a little more therapeutic. I think that that's great, man. Get that really good sweat. There's nothing like that. Just that full body, especially when you've really hydrated and you can just kind of, it's almost like a detoxing. Get all that stuff out and just have kind of like a sauna day. Yes, lives are the best time to connect, says Mr. Burns, but please feel free to connect on other platforms. Absolutely. Yeah. And Sharuk was great for that. Stark has done that. Arnav has done that. So, yeah. Yes, do your thing, Mr. Burns. And I really like those videos when you're able to show those, um, like that angle where you're at your lives and everything else. The last one with the lights out and everything going fast. Those are some of my favorites. Hot, yes, time lapse. That's the word. That's the word. Sauna with movement. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We got just our little bit in. I will have a more in-depth sort of day at some point. Who's all here with Mr. Vincent? Yes. I think John is still working, fixing. Maybe Sharuk. Are you done with your workout or a little bit to go? I am just kind of stretching out at this point. Uh, the push-ups and squats were the goal. We achieved the goal. So I think I can safely kind of finish up. But I do want to do some stretching. Just that my lower back is really tight. It's on my feet. An extremely long amount of time, and it was in a standing position. There wasn't a lot of movement, and so that didn't help. Priming the pump for real is foreign to me. I've only heard it in the abstract. Priming the pump. So Sharuk, yeah, I'm just trying to get a little loose. I hopped into the inversion table last night. John is actually priming a pump because the water stopped. Yep. I had the inversion table out last night. Felt great on my back, my hips, just to kind of get that stretch. Normally, I'll just do the bar kind of at an angle, but I also took the bar out, so I was in a full hang, straight up and down. Yeah, you definitely gotta get the aftercare as well. So, trying to get this stretch in the hips, lower back, hamstrings, that whole like posterior chain. Got tension in the shoulders as well. So might be due for an actual massage this week. Something that I told myself I was going to start doing more of. So I got to get that. I got to be mindful of that. And even just simple stuff like neck rolls. What job am I doing? I work in helping people in a clinic, in a center. So it's not laborious work, but sometimes that's the that's the work I'd rather be doing, is something more labor related where you're moving, lifting, and not just in a sedentary position. For years I worked in a warehouse, and I would drive the forklift, and I got to move around a lot, and I was free to do push-ups and squats, and with a change in career field, sometimes it takes some of those things out. Will I do yoga? I have done yoga. In some forms, this is yoga. And I've been doing yoga since, boy, maybe 6 or 7. It was introduced to me by my older sister, and she was into yoga. And so, yeah, I'm very familiar with it. I don't quite get in detail, in the same detail that Mr. Burns will, but I will do a good stretch routine. Just because we want to be able to, again, put some lubrication in our joints. So even just head turning, I'm going to inhale coming back and exhale. Are you joining, Sharuk? Thank you, brother. Yes. Yes. And it's one of those things you don't realize what a gift it is at that age, but it becomes one over time. My mother, as kids, we had a not a yoga, but a massage table. And, when you're kind of broke, you don't have a whole lot of toys or entertainment. So we would give each other massages. So that sort of health and wellness sort of thing has been in my household, in my upbringing, long before it became something trendy, long before it became something that, you did because it was a social thing. It was very much a way of life for a lot of people. I'm not saying it isn't now. Mr. Burns is very much proof of that. That it's a lifestyle. These are choices, but we know what we're saying when people will just jump at things to be trending. How do I wash my hair? With shampoo and water and conditioner. So I'll do my forward rolls and reverse. Shruk says it. You think it's difficult to wash my hair? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I never thought it would be this long. Yes, they do. And we often under reward them, Mr. Burns. He says shoulders do so much for us. And we often under reward them. I can feel it. I am sorely in need of a quality massage. Even just a tilt of the head. Ooh, I'm feeling so much tension from the base of my neck all the way out to here. That might be a thing. That might be a thing. A Friday massage session. What or who was your introduction to fitness? Like, what lit you up? When did you start your daily practice of working out? Whew. I always credit my older brother Mel. Uh, he could do like these fantastic things. Um, I don't know if I've ever done that when we were at like the park or something, where just run and grab the pole and you kind of like swing around it with your legs out. kind of Spider-Man-esque. Like he was the person that introduced that to me. He could just do like these feats that were mind blowing to me, um, and jumping high, just stiff legged. Like he could just take a step and just kind of spring. So I think that was it. He would put me on his shoulders and like jump in 360. I mean, it was pretty incredible. And as a kid, when you have an older sibling like that, kind of puts that parkour, yes, puts that thought into you. He introduced me to frisbee golf long before it was disc golf. I mean, long before. And he had a dumbbell, and I had that dumbbell probably up until 2019, 2018. It was in the proving grounds, and I didn't use it. It was just a symbol, and it was an old weight covered in plastic with the cement, um, and it was his dumbbell, but I've always used it. And that was, I don't know, that was the start. And then there were some older kids in the neighborhood who had weight benches in their garage, and so I would go in there, and again, I can remember at in third grade benching 65 pounds. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Sharuk, what's my ambition in life? My ambition in life is to live the most peaceful and productive life that I can, and hopefully inspire others to do the same thing, and not just inspire them, but also be able to guide them just by my actions. I'm not anybody's teacher, to quote Mr. Burns, but to be able to definitely, just show through doing it that, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too, and really support people. So speaking positive words, exchanging positive energy is definitely a place that I'm at, and and you have to be comfortable with that. That's the other thing. You have to really be comfortable to the point that sometimes it makes other people uncomfortable, and it doesn't mean that I'm doing things to try to make people uncomfortable. But when you're just comfortable and people are like, man, you're so relaxed, I get this great energy from you. That's putting other people at ease. That your presence isn't threatening or something that they have to keep guard for. That they can actually let their guard down. That's really what I want to strive to be. Is have that sort of outgoing energy. So daily commitment to fitness since you were a kiddo. Yeah, I mean, and we grow up in certain generations where we didn't have video games in the house. If you're gonna do something, you did something, but most of your life was outside playing, and so climbing trees, riding bikes, skateboards, like you just were always doing something. Playing football, all of that stuff. Uh, but it probably turned to fitness. Fitness. You get to junior high age, and then there's a point where you have to go to gym class. So then we had to like climb a rope, and then we had to like do the peg wall. And these are old school exercises that I don't even know exist today in schools. But we had wrestling. We had to wrestle, and I wish I would have followed through on that and done more. But we had, yeah, you had to go out and you had to run the mile. You had to be able to be fit and like do it at a level that wasn't just for recreation. It was a class, and from there, yeah, then it took off. So it allowed me to think more about okay what I want for fitness, and then I think there's a social aspect as well. Your friends, everybody's trying to get muscles and things, which is why I understand Kurt and some of these younger guys wanting to like bulk up. I never thought of bulking, but um, I just wanted to I don't know get stronger, have bigger muscles, sort of thing. So we know that that influence, that social influence at times in certain circles can be great. You didn't do that stuff in school. Yeah, I credit my parents. They would put us in schools. Um, we didn't have the money, but we lived in the area outside of the school district where you could still go to the schools that had better education, and so we were. Yeah, I was privy to a lot of things. My junior high school had a Olympic sized pool. Go figure. So There were things that, yeah, we had because of the areas that my parents strategically chose to live in. And so it allowed me to have certain things that, to your point, that you may not have had at your school. So it lit a fire, definitely lit a fire. And just being fast, I could definitely remember being fast almost my entire life. So then it was like, okay, well, they can translate to sports. Yeah, we didn't talk about bulking back in the day. That was coveted bodybuilder knowledge. We were focused on strength. Size, yes, was an afterthought. Yes, you're absolutely right. There was no like I need to gains bulking. Like you just went in and you lifted and you got stronger as a result of it. It wasn't. I never looked at it as like I need my arms to be a certain size or my chest to be a certain size. Thank you, Mr. Burns. We need to get back to the sprint days for sure. I'm sorely lacking. Sharuk, if possible, and if you have time, will you please show one of your country's currencies? Whew. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think if I even have a dollar. Push more weight was the goal, not physique. Absolutely. You were bragging on, yeah, your numbers. Like I can hit 225, and I remember that specifically. Like this was in stages. Like you did the bar, and then you wanted to be able to do 135. Put those plates on. Those plates. It's nothing like those old school 45 plates. Check out day 55. Okay. Um, yeah, you put those plates on, and that was where it started. And then your goal was to get to two plates on each side, and that was the way to go. Sharuk, I did not forget you. I'm just trying to think if I actually have paper money. We use debit and credit cards so much that I'll have to see if I have some cash. They have U.S. currency in the thumbnail. Did we do? Oh, day 55 and 75. Okay, yeah, Sharuk. Mr. Burns is saying check out day 55 of these lives and day 75. Mr. Burns, your retention is incredible because I completely had forgotten that. I had completely forgotten that. Oh my goodness, this stretch is everything. Everything it needs to be. I can feel all the tension kind of like dissipating in my hamstrings, lower back. Do you have an interest in football, as in American football or soccer football? We have Our country has this wonderful notion where we get to name world sports what we want them to, what we want them to be. So, which football are you talking of, sir? anything. Well, I mean, I played American football as did Mr. Burns, like in school. I didn't play soccer as what people refer to as football. So we played American football, but not football. Um, and I never really followed football, and I don't really follow American football anymore. Um, Probably my two favorite sports to watch now. I do still enjoy American football every once in a while, but would be maybe World Cup level football. But I definitely like watching rugby and track. I like watching track meets. And I think I like. Ah, you play football. Nice. I think I like track because there's always action. Like people are always running. There's always something. I'm kind of past the breaking actions or not getting as much stuff done. A tough lesson was learning that it was about playing, not watching. Mm, yeah, playing was the best. Yeah, yeah. And here we are, still playing in life. Here we are, still playing. And that's kind of the thing. Just because we get to a certain point in life doesn't mean we have to stop enjoying the simple things. Does not mean that at all. It means the harder we work, the more we should enjoy them. So even though we say HWPO, Mr. Burns will always say hard play pays off as well. So that is definitely something to take to the bank. HPPO, yes. Yeah, there's so many places to replace that. Um, the moniker is definitely HWPO, but HPPO, even HMPO, hard meditation pays off. HY, hard yoga or hot yoga pays off. So yeah, there's a lot to it. And I guess the hard doesn't always have to be hard. You play for your district, nice. What position do you play? I'm trying to think. What are There's the goalkeeper, forward, wing, back. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just making up positions. Got you, Mr. Burns. I'm about to hop off shortly. This stretch has been phenomenal. I appreciate the Q&A and look forward to seeing whatever it is you're gonna drop on the hot yoga class. I know sometimes the lives are tough. I think the last one I had seen, it cut out on you. So uh, even if you just drop like one of those great time lapse shorts, I really enjoy those. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Uh, what is LMF? Is that line midfield? Something midfield and forward too. you got to do a lot of running, so you're in good shape. Like I don't think soccer's, I mean, no sport really, but soccer and rugby are kind of two of those sports where you got to kind of stay in motion, or at least be ready. Left midfield, got it, got it. How long have you been playing football? I'm gonna give it one more hang here. What's another popular sport there? Is cricket popular there? All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna give you this view real quick, Sharuk. Hang tight. All right. Got my water. Now we can take it back inside. Cricket is popular too. Yeah. Did you ever play that? I've only seen it. I had actually seen for a while it being played out here in a small community. Cricket is popular too. Yeah. Did you ever play that? Let me cut that out. Um, let's see. I'm actually looking for actual money. You play well? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, sports, I definitely think is one of those things that people should continue to play on some level. On some level, keep being active. I'm going to see if I can actually find some form of like currency. Like I said, we always use cards now, credit cards, things like that. So let me see what I might be able to find. Give me just one moment. Okay, are you still there? Are you still there, Sharuk? All right. Yeah, again, we use so much just invisible money. Like we don't exchange like here is this isn't money, but we don't say here is money and give it back. Most of the time we have something that's more like a credit card, which this is not a credit card, but it's got all your numbers and your information on a code where you just swipe it. And that's most of the time how I spend now. So I don't even have I don't even see coins, which is kind of crazy. So when I find some, I will definitely save them for you for the next chat to take a look at. But maybe we even Google some of it and see what it looks like. I'm trying to think what is your currency? Is it pronounced the rupee? Yes. Okay. We hit our hour and 30. We've got an amazing chat. We had some really good stuff going on today. What is on your plan for the rest of the day, Sharuk? Indian rupees. INR. Okay. It's uh it's evening where you're at, correct? Like 7 p.m. Am I correct with that? I'm trying to keep all these time zones in my head. What's on your agenda for the rest of the day or your evening? Oh, you said you just woke up. 7:15 p.m., sir. Okay. So you must have I'm guessing you had a nap or something to where you woke up. Well, I'm guessing maybe dinner time or something, or do you have anything that you do at night? Do you have to work? We didn't hit our goal today. That's okay. We had 7 likes. That's okay. We don't do it. We don't always do it just for the likes. We gotta do it just because we're doing it. Just seeing social media and sit back sounds like a plan. Well, I'm gonna jump off, so I can get about my day and start getting things going. Um, I appreciate you and everybody else for being in the chat. Let me run this back. As always, Mr. Nathaniel J Burns, Sharuk was in the chat. Uh, Sharuk has been strong in the chat. Pork Chop Black stopped by. Compared to Western toilet, Indian toilet is have some exercise for legs. Yeah, because you guys have to squat way down, right? Uh, I would prefer that. Pork Chop Black, John is in the chat. Jennifer, Lindsay. It was a small but strong group. Small but mighty. I will take that every time. Small but mighty. Yeah, and sometimes people here in the West, and I do it myself. You instead of just sitting like you're sitting on a chair on a toilet, we'll put a small stool in front of the toilet, and so it's like you're squatting, like you would probably in India. So we recognize, a lot of people recognize the health benefit of squatting all the way down when you're going to the bathroom. Sitting on a toilet kind of pinches your midsection off, and that doesn't always allow you to get everything out when you are going to the bathroom. So, um, yeah, there are things that kind of are made here to kind of emulate squatting by bringing knees up, by putting your feet on a little step stool or things like that. Right on. Okay. Well, have an amazing day. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate your time and effort. And we will be here tomorrow morning, same time, 5:15 Mountain Standard Time in the U.S. Guys, have an amazing day. And I hope this finds everybody in your place pursuit of beginnings of your total health and fitness. And like we like to say here, HWPO. And this is the Impact Athletics Association. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, see you, Sir Sharuk.